And we're going to go live on Facebook. So hey, Katie, just give me a second. I'm just going live on Facebook. Hey, Katie.
Hi.
Welcome to the call. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Hey, everybody that's on Facebook, this is live. This is a live event. We're going to be talking a little bit about goal setting. I drew up 9 things that I thought we could do, that we could talk about, that would improve your life. 9 things that you can start doing easily in 2019. What do you think about that, Katie?
That is a great idea.
You know, everybody can do a little bit to improve what they're doing. They can improve how they're going through their life. Sometimes I think people have been so disappointed with their goal setting that they just don't do it.
Yeah, they're just scared to fail, right? So it's easier not to set a goal because then you can't fail if you haven't set it.
You don't fail if you never set anything. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's really the truth. You know, for all of you that are on Facebook, give us the thumbs up, the smiley face, you know, the big eyes, whatever you want to do. Just let us know you're there. Comment, you know, and wow, we're going to have a door prize again too, Katie. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't decided.
Wow. So our viewers are very lucky. So thanks everyone for joining us today. What are you going to give, Kurt?
I don't know what I'm going to give. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll give this candle.
Okay.
Figure it out afterwards, but I've picked a number in my head, and the person that comments at that line on the comment on the video,
Mm-hmm.
they get the door prize. It'll be something sizzle. I don't know what it is. I got my new sizzle shirt on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Looks great.
I like it. You know, I was scheduling my thinking. Speaking of plans for 2019, I was just scheduling everything for coming down to Australia.
Great. And have you got everything set now, all your days and dates?
I do, but I'm waiting for all of you down there in Australia to just check the box and tell me it's okay.
Okay, great. It's okay. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday.
Okay. Well, anyhow, I think the biggest thing that people have trouble with goal setting is they don't really know how to do it. It'd be like somebody saying, oh, I want to make $1 million this year.
Yeah, exactly.
If you made 60,000 last year, it's pretty unrealistic to say you're going to make $1 million this year.
Yeah. You need to be realistic, and that's one of the key things with setting goals, isn't it? Realistic is a key point.
It really is. You need to take your pen and your paper, and you need to write down what you're going to do, and you got to be realistic, and then you got to ask yourself why, and write the why not on one side and write the why on the other side, and then you go through it and you go, if the why is stronger than the why not, go for it.
Definitely. So
Yeah.
did you prepare some slides today, Kurt? Are we going to watch that video?
We're going to watch that video, and so I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about that first, so hang on one second.
So what we've got to do is make that change in those standards. That's where the shifts happen. It doesn't happen any other place. And I'll give you a very simple example. If you want to know the difference in people's lives, it all comes down to what are the things that are must for you versus shoulds. So let me tell you this. We said to have an extraordinary life, you got to have an extraordinary psychology. Right? Extraordinary psychology means you got to live in an extraordinary state. To be in an extraordinary state, you got to condition your nervous system, your body, your physiology and focus to be at their best. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? Then to do that, though, you can do that. Why doesn't everybody? Not because you can't. We all have the ability. It's because of our standards. I remember a time early in my career, I was about 24, and I went to do a seminar in Boston. And in those days, a big seminar for me was like 125 people. It was a 3-day seminar, and we worked around the clock. And and people made such extraordinary changes in their life. And at the end of it, I was feeling so fulfilled. I was thinking, my God, I'm 24, maybe 25 at the time. And I am so happy. I have found my mission in life. I'm doing what I love. It's making a difference in people's lives. This is extraordinary. So we finished about midnight on the Sunday night. And around midnight, I'm still wound up, so I don't feel like going to bed. So I decided, okay, let me take a walk here, and I decided to go through Copley Square. If you've been through Copley Square, it's a pretty neat place. Because in Copley Square, you can look up and you can see buildings that were here before we were known as the United States. And beside them, you see skyscrapers that are new. It's a pretty cool place. So I'm walking around midnight on Sunday night. There's nobody in Copley Square midnight on Sunday night. I'm walking along, and I see this guy in the distance, and he's kind of stumbling back and forth between the gutter and the sidewalk. He has a long trench coat on, his head's down like this. He's holding a brown bag, and I can start to smell him even before I get there, and I'm thinking, this guy is obviously drunk. And as I started to get closer, I thought, I bet he's going to beg me for some money. And sure enough, whatever you focus on life tends to happen, doesn't it? So sure enough, he gets real close to me, and I thought all of a sudden he wasn't going to do it, and all of a sudden he popped his head up. It was really weird. He went, Mister! It was a really bizarre looking sounding voice. He went, Mister! Could you loan me a quarter? And I thought, do I want to reward this behavior? And then I thought, I don't want him to suffer. Do you have this dilemma sometimes? Like, I'm not here to judge. So years ago, I finally decided I always just give. Even the person's pulling a scam, that's for them to deal with. If I have the ability, then I give. And so I thought, well, could I teach him something? So I asked him a question back. I said, is that all you want is a quarter? He goes, yeah, just one quarter. One quarter changed my whole life. One quarter. I said, really? He said, yeah, one quarter. So I reached in my pocket, and I pulled out my money clip. And in those days, I was very young, just starting to succeed. And my original mentor was a man named Jim Rohn. I don't know how many of you have heard of Jim Rohn?
Oh, yeah.
He's a great guy. And Jim told me, he said, Tony, look, you've come from a poor background. You got poor psychology. You got to change it. He said, you don't have any money, so pretend you do. He said, start training your brain, condition it. He said, go save all your money, get $300 bills, and put them on the outside of your money clip, even though you only have $5 in between them. So every time you put it out, you'll see that, you'll feel inspired, you'll feel better. He said, you'll feel better, you'll do better. So I was like, okay. So I did. So I put my money clip, and sure enough, I got $300 bills in. I made sure he saw the bills. So I'm tearing through that, right? Looking in between there, see if I can find some change. But I made sure he saw it. Sure enough, he's looking at the $100 bills, checking it out. I find the quarter, I pull it out, take the money, put it in my pocket. I noticed he's watching my hand going into the pocket. I took the quarter and I looked at him and I said, sir, life will pay any price you ask of it. I gave him the quarter. And then something really interesting happened. He took the quarter. He looked at the quarter. He looked at me. He looked at my pocket. He looked back at the quarter, looked at me, looked at my pocket, looked at me again, looked at the quarter, looked at my pocket, looked back at me and said, you're weird. And he shuffled on off like this, right? And I thought to myself, wow, what's the difference between him and me? I mean, I was 24, 25 at the time, doing what I love most, have my mission in life. And he's in his early 60s, drunk on the street begging for quarters. What's the difference? And I thought, well, maybe God's blessed me because I'm such a good person. I thought, oh, he's such a bad person. That's such bull. And I thought, wow, maybe the answer to that question is what I just told him. Life will pay whatever price you ask of it. You know what's interesting? You got to ask intelligently. In the Bible it says, ask and you shall what? Pretty good formula. You got to look into it. But you know what? It says, ask and you shall receive, but I'm sure it meant ask intelligently. I'm sure that's what God meant. I'm sure he didn't mean bitch and you will receive. Whine and you will receive. I don't think that was the instruction. Now, if you were going to ask intelligently, there might be 5 elements to that. Number one, you'd have to ask specifically, wouldn't you? You wouldn't ask a general way. People do all the time. They go, I want more money. Fine, here's $1. Get out of here. Very often, you're getting what you're asking for. You're just not aware of how general you're asking. Clarity is power. The more clear you are about exactly what it is you want, the more your brain knows how to get there. Your brain is a servo mechanism. It's like a bomb. Those bombs, those missiles, they have a servo mechanism. So if the target moves, it knows what the target is, it follows it. Your brain, when you condition it, knows exactly what to go for, and it'll find a way to get there. Do you ever buy a certain outfit or a certain car and suddenly see that car outfit everywhere? How many of you have that experience? Say aye. How come that car outfit's everywhere? It always was everywhere, but now you notice it. And the reason is there's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, the RAS. That part of your brain determines what you notice and what you don't notice. Your brain spends most of its time trying to make sure you don't notice because you'll go crazy if you notice everything. But when you decide what's most important to you, your brain goes after it. Everyone I know who's successful builds what I call an RPM plan. An RPM is built on the metaphor that the way to get from where you are to where do you want to go to the fastest is you got to build power, like in a car, RPMs. And the R stands for they know the result they're after. They know what they want precisely. If you don't know exactly what you want or you let yourself get beyond that into something general, you're not going to achieve it. Clarity is power. You got to know the specific result you're after. What do you want? You can't answer that question right now in your personal life, in your body, in your relationships, in your finances, in your spirituality, then you're not going to be as fulfilled as you want to be. Today we're going to have you answer one of those questions at least. The second part of it, you got to know P, why you're doing it. Because you know what? You may get a big goal as I want to make $1 billion. I want to bring peace to the earth. Why? Because as soon as you come up with a goal, all the obstacles show up. And unless you've got enough emotional drive to break through that, you're never going to discover what it really takes. So you got to get yourself past that. The way to get past that is have enough reasons. Reasons come first, answers come second. This man did not know what he wanted, he did not have enough reasons. To ask intelligently, you got to ask specifically. To ask intelligently, you got to know why you want it, have enough drive to make it happen, enough juice to make it happen. If you don't have enough reasons, you will not make it happen. And the M is, what is your massive action plan? What is going to get you to actually fall through? Because the first plan's not going to work and the second plan's going to work, so you're going to have enough plans. If the first two don't work, you still got something else. Otherwise, you're going to be having excuses why it didn't work. So asking intelligently requires that. So if we're going to be extraordinary in our results, we've got to be in an extraordinary state. We've got to know what we want, we got to go use it.
Are you willing to pay the price?
Wow. Great video.
You know, I really like it. Hey, Katie, I met Tony Robbins.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was going to chiropractic college, he was one of my mentors. I really enjoyed his stuff. It was through Tony Robbins' Unlimited Power that I got myself to quit smoking cigarettes. I was a 3-pack a day smoker.
Wow. Can you share that story with us, how you did that?
I mean, really what Tony Robbins says is that you have to visualize where you're going to be and you have to think of the end result. What he basically did is he taught me how to be a non-smoker, right? Because most people, when they quit smoking, what they do is they simply quit. And when you quit anything, we've been taught since we were little kids, we've been taught that quitters are losers, right? Mm-hmm. And so in your mind, if you quit anything, you're a loser. And so you have to make it a positive. You have to reinforce a positive. So I became a non-smoker. Once I decided I was going to do it, it only took me 4 weeks to quit smoking. And I've never craved a cigarette since. In fact, if I take a cigarette and I put it in my mouth now, it makes me sick just putting the filter in my mouth.
Of course. And so you said, your why would have had to been pretty big. So what was your why? Where did you go from before that 4 weeks and then after, when you made that decision to actually follow through?
Well, my reason why was that my oldest son had just been born about a month before that. Mm-hmm. And I just really didn't want to smoke around him. Wow. I didn't want to expose my kid to that. And that's why I made that decision to quit. And
now I imagine your mindset's quite different now as it was back then.
No, I look at it now like I've had this discussion with all 3 of my boys. I've had this discussion on why you don't want to smoke and why you should avoid it and never get started with it because it's just a bad habit. It doesn't do anything good for you. I mean, there's nothing good that comes out of smoking.
Wow. And so
but the thing about it is what Tony Robbins taught me is that we can do anything we want to do. Just like you just said, it's all up here. It's all up here. And we program ourselves to think in a certain way. And when we think in terms of negative, like you wake up in the morning and you just, I'm going to have a bad day.
Right.
Guess what you're going to have?
A bad day.
And if you tell yourself, this is what's going to happen this week, it happens. And I used it in building my practice. I used it in what I did there, and it really helped me build a successful practice. And So Katie, as I'm looking at the time here, I think we should get into these things because you don't even know what I wrote here, but I'm gonna talk about it. But I was just kind of thinking of what things can we talk about when we're talking about goal setting. What can we do to improve ourselves in the next year?
Yeah.
And so I tried to come up with, I was trying to come up with 10 things and I came up with 9 and I just jotted them down. And the first one I thought was, we should all try to live a healthier life. Isn't that a good one? That's an easy one.
Yep, that's an easy
Right.
one.
Diet, learn how to eat right.
Yeah.
Like before I got on the call today, guess what I had to eat?
I don't know. What'd you have?
I ate an avocado.
What, you don't normally eat them?
No, that's what I had. I'm trying to add things like that into my diet more often.
Right. Okay, good. So I guess the takeaway there is making little changes.
Adding supplements. Here we are with Sizzle, add Sizzle supplement. Exercise. My older boy came over this afternoon. He's a Golden Gloves boxer. And we went down the basement and we just, hit around on the bag a little bit. And he showed me some things with boxing. I'm really trying to exercise every day. I'm trying to put 30 minutes in every day.
Fantastic.
Those are 3 things that everybody could do, don't you think?
Yeah, a little bit of exercise, making better food choices, taking care of some nutrition and seeing they're getting, some supplementation to help them. Definitely.
Right. Yeah. I like Tony Robbins. Do you have a quarter, mister?
He's a good storyteller. That's his art.
Yeah. The second thing I wrote down was taking care of your mind, meditating.
Oh, big one, Kurt.
Stop trying to compare yourself to everybody else. That's the one thing that I would have to say negative about Facebook. There's so many people on Facebook, they go on Facebook and they see what everybody else is doing, and it's depressing because they're going, I don't get to do those things.
Right.
So we have to quit comparing ourselves to others. Shut that thing off once in a while. Shut Facebook off and just don't even have it running in the background. It wasn't running on my computer at all till later this afternoon. It was on my phone, but it wasn't on the computer, so I shut it off. Take time every day, like we have on the activity tracker. Take time every day to reflect on yourself.
That's a really key one, is reflecting and being able to step back from a situation and, think about it and get a different perspective. Because when you're in the middle of something, you can over-exaggerate it or make it seem a lot worse than it is. But when you step back and you reflect on it in a quiet moment, things just really aren't as bad as, potentially what you made them out to be.
That's right. Everybody just jumps to that. The number 3 that I wrote is further your career.
Good one. Very good.
Find a professional mentor, somebody that's already in the line of work that you do, and ask them if would you mentor me? Katie, would you be my mentor?
Yes.
And it's really important. It sounds kind of funny, but have a mentor in life. Who can you learn from? Treat everyone you meet as someone who could boost your career.
Right. Good tip.
Everybody. Engage in meetings, engage in the meeting rather than just sitting through it. Like on presentations like this.
Yep, participate.
Everybody said, hey, I want to be part of it. I want to sit there on the panel with you and Katie.
That'd be great. We'd love to have everyone on the panel. We'd love to have a whole 10 people on or more.
Mister, can I be on the panel?
Kurt, now's a good time to invite people to make some comments as well.
Make some comments on Facebook. Give us thumbs
Kurt's
up.
giving away a prize. Did you decide what you're giving away, Kurt?
I haven't decided yet. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, don't just jump to that. Here's another one. Stay ahead of your deadlines.
Oh.
Right? If you know that you have to have this done by next Friday,
Yeah.
get it done by Monday.
Yeah, that's a big one, Kurt, because if you leave things to the last minute, it gets really stressful.
That's right. Put some things on your desk that's gonna keep your mind active. I just wrote on here. Do you have Lego blocks down in Australia?
Yeah, we've got Lego.
Yeah, put a few of them on your desk and put them together and take them apart. It's kind of a meaningless activity, but it keeps your mind busy.
Yeah.
Things like that. And it sounds funny, but it really does help. It'll help keep you focused.
Yeah, that's interesting. And it also can be a diversion from what you're doing. So if you're in the middle of something that's stressing you out, you could, pick up the Lego and start playing with it.
That's right. Number 4, nurture your relationships. Find new people. Make new friends. Develop new relationships.
That's a big one.
We do that for our business anyhow, don't we?
Yeah, but people need it for life. I mean, setting aside Sizzle and setting aside your Sizzle business, networking is like key for a success in life. Like, we all need people in our life, and we need to help others, and others can help us. And by forming relationships and networking, you can have a great circle, a network around you that could be there for all sorts of things.
Plus, it gives you points.
Oh, yes, great. You'll get points.
Right? Call somebody or text somebody every single day.
Yep.
Get in touch with people. Don't wait for people to ask you for a favor. Offer.
That's a good one.
Call your parents, your grandparents every day, every week. Not necessarily every day, but, I talk to my mom every day. Good conversations are free. Surprise people with things.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like surprising people.
Smile a lot. Smile a lot. And they're going to wonder, what are you up to? Why are you smiling at the waiter? Why are you smiling at the waitress? Why are you smiling at the cashier?
Yeah, smile. That's a big one, actually, Kurt. If you to go out in public and say you're in a shopping center and you walk around smiling versus not smiling, the reactions and responses from people are very different.
That's right. That's right. Number 5, invest in your future. Invest in your future. I jotted down a couple things here. Become financially literate, right? By paying your bills. Make sure your bills are paid every month. Shop for deals. If you're going out and buying something, look around, shop around a little bit, save some money. Put 10% away. Every time you make money, put 10% away.
Yeah, it's a big one, Kurt, because I was listening to a talk about money yesterday and saving, and it was saying that even if you've got hardly anything and you barely can live, like, start with putting away $1 a week and then, gradually increase it. Just make a start.
Did you
Sorry?
send?
No, I was listening to extended version of Jab, Jab, Right Hook.
Oh,
They
okay.
had a financial section on the book. It was an audio book.
I was watching Jim Rohn. That's where I saw it.
Oh, okay, there you go. It's good
Yeah.
advice. A lot of people give it.
Under the same category for investing in your future, write down your goals. Write down, what are your goals for 2009? Write them down, and then write down why.
Yeah.
If you can't come up with a why, it's not important. You're not going to do it. Take some online classes.
Well, Kurt, there is so many courses that you can do online for free. Like, there's just literally thousands, and there's even ones at really low cost. So there's a lot of academies through sort of organizations like Google. If people want to learn more about Facebook or Google or YouTube or anything like that, they have these academy things that you can log in for free, and you can do these courses online, and you can get certifications for free.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another one I had out there. Throw out a big net. Throw out a wide net. And according to everything that I've ever read, it's better to be scatterbrained than it is to be closed-minded.
Right. What about just being open-minded?
It's better to be scatterbrained than closed-minded.
Open-minded.
Every month, cut out one bad habit for 30 days. For 30 days. Keep $20 in your car for an emergency.
That's a good one. Yep. It's always good to have some money in the car.
Number 6, I think this is important. Read books. They say as adults, barely anybody reads a full book anymore.
Yeah.
Read books, number 6. Number 7, live.
Well, they say with the read books one, they say just do 10 pages a day. People think, oh, it's too much to get through a whole book, but if you just do a little bit each day, that's the key to getting through it.
That's right. Right. And if you're looking for good books to read, let me know. I mean, I'll tell you what I read. I'm sure that Katie will tell you what she's reading there. Right.
Yeah, I put it on the list.
Number 7, Live more for yourself. Live more for yourself. Like volunteer. 1 hour a week, volunteer somewhere. Donate your old books. Donate your old books to the library and donate it to schools or wherever, whatever it happens to be. Keep a case of bottled water in your car. And as you drive around, if you see a homeless person, give them a bottle of water.
Wow. I thought you were going to say drink the water.
You should drink it too, but hand it out to other people, right? Number 8, people got to learn to enjoy life, right? Keep a journal. What things did you do today? What was your thoughts today? Go to the library. Start going to the library and reading books and picking up books. Learn how to play a musical instrument. Katie, do you play guitar or piano or anything?
No, the only thing I've ever played was the recorder.
The recorder. Yeah, like a little flute thing.
Yeah, that was like in year 8, so.
Yeah, first and second grade. Well, so you should grab go buy yourself a guitar and maybe and learn how to play it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you don't have to be good.
No.
So start going to museums. Start going to art exhibits. Start diversifying your life. Get involved with it.
Different things.
Handwrite a letter to somebody. When was the last time you wrote a letter to a friend?
Well, does a card count?
Yeah, but I'm talking about a real letter, like where you sat down and you hand wrote a letter.
I can't remember.
You should start doing that more often. Start getting involved with side projects.
That's
right?
a big one. Yeah.
We get so involved with everything that we're doing that we don't have any side projects. I remember when I first got into chiropractic, I hired a lifestyle coach, and he told me after he analyzed my life, he said, Kurt, he said, all you think about is chiropractic. He said, that's all you do. And
Really?
and he said, you got to have some side projects. And so I started, I probably got into too many.
Did he say, so he said it was sort of like not a good thing that you were focusing just on chiropractic. What was his intention for suggesting that you have other side projects?
Burnout.
Oh.
Right? He said that I was going to burn myself out.
Oh, it's a big one, isn't it?
We see that a lot. A lot of doctors, they burn themselves out. Yeah. Professional people, they burn themselves out. So, and number nine, understand what's the most important thing. That's number. Self-improvement is a gradual thing. Katie, everybody, all of you out there, all of you
Okay.
are you're great now. You're important now. You just don't know it. That's what I wrote down, Katie. That's what I thought. I thought, here's a good way to start 2019. What do you think?
They're great suggestions. Love thinking about them, and I'm wondering what everyone's thoughts are. If you're listening or watching the webinar, make a comment. Let us know how you feel about Kurt's suggestions. Do you have any that you'd like to share? We would love to hear them. So please make a comment. That would be great. I guess, Kurt, my biggest, I had a light bulb moment and biggest takeaway for me, and I think you covered it really in one of the 10. And I read this article about people who are dying, and on their sort of deathbed, what regret do they have in life? And one of the biggest regrets that people had was that they should have spent more time being happy and less time worrying. Yeah. And I thought about that, and I thought, well, that's pretty incredible, because it's a great insight, because all of us can do that. But what was even more amazing is that it's actually a choice, that worry is a decision and being happy is a decision. So for someone to actually come to that conclusion just before dying means that it was actually a choice.
I think that's a great one. I really do. It's people, well, even the Dalai Lama said we spend all our life working so that we can someday retire. And then when we retire, we spend all our money trying to get our health back and trying so that we can enjoy life.
Well, that was great, Kurt. So hopefully that inspires you guys to think of some of your own, and even a small change, just moving in the direction that you want to go, really.
That's right. And people say, well, what's your goals, Kurt? And I tell them, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get myself back into shape, even though rounds of shape. I'm going to get into a better shape. And I go down, I built a gym. I bought myself some exercise equipment. I bought some boxing gloves, right? And my son comes over and he's teaching me how to box. And not that I want to get in a fight, but you know, it's entertaining to go down there and you can take out your stress and you can do different things and find something that you have fun doing. Make it fun. If it's not fun, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's it. Having fun and being happy, Kurt.
Having fun, being happy. Build your sizzle business. I'm telling you, this business is so, I think it's fun. I've met so many good friends, all of you. I wouldn't know any of you. Katie, I wouldn't know you if it wasn't for Sizzle.
No, that's right.
You know, and I'm going to Australia for the month of February. I wouldn't be going there if it wasn't for Sizzle.
Yep. So there's the big aspect, the fun element.
That's right. And I have a new car because of Sizzle. I paid off my house because of Sizzle. Think of all those things. Who wouldn't want all those things? Travel, friends, new car, house paid off,
Better health,
better health,
motivating calls like these.
motivating calls like these. Right. And you get to watch us.
We would love to have other people on the call. In all honesty, we would love for anyone else to jump on. So if you are actually watching this and thinking, hey, I would like to join them, I would like to be on one of these webinars, we would love you to be on one of these webinars.
That's right. So next week's the topic is the compensation plan. So anybody, if any of you that are watching and you'd like to just get on and share what has the compensation plan done for you, I think that would be a great way to talk about the compensation plan next week.
That would be a great way.
Let's do that. Well, thanks everyone. Give us the old thumbs up. Give us the smiley face. Give us the big eye. You know, whatever you want to do, the heart. You know, however you want to share it, and just let us know that you're here. And if you make a comment, you'll be in the drawing. And let me see, what will I give away today? What will I give away today? Let's give away sizzling, a bag of sizzling.
Excellent.
Chocolate sizzling.
Yum.
Chocolate sizzling. So whoever wins, that's what you get. You notice you had to watch all the way to the end to find out. Aha. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.